I think the boundaries between this dimension and other ones are permeable. And I have a feeling things can cross through them. And I have a feeling we are like, if an ant is, like I have leafcutter ants in my yard, pretty wild. So cool to watch them. It sucks because they kill all your trees, but so cool to watch this long train of these incredible little beings carrying around these giant pieces of leaf that they cut off. And they're all going into their little house, but you wave your hand over them, they have no fucking idea you're there. Like whatever senses they have, it does not seem to detect threats from things above. They don't seem to be worried.
Right.
You know, they don't perceive us.
Well, they're mission oriented.
Yeah.
And we are too. So if something is happening that's beyond our mission, I think it's hard to perceive it.
I think there's things that exist that are not perceivable.
Oh, I'm 1,000,000% in that camp too.
And I think there's heightened states of consciousness that people achieve under duress, extreme stress, fear. I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of them happen at nighttime. I think nighttime, it automatically fills people with a certain sense of anxiety and fear because you don't know what's out there when you're, especially in the woods at nighttime. And I think in those times when your mind reaches this unusual chemical state, you occasionally can access these other realities. And I think that's where Bigfoot is real. I know it sounds goofy.
No, I mean, that's...
And I don't think you can go find it. Like season 80 and they haven't found shit.
Yeah, well... But see, even if it was real, I wouldn't expect them to find it either.
No, that show's just goofy.
Or even if it was flesh and blood. It's funny you would say what you said because when I first started my channel, I was very flesh and blood type. I thought it was a very real thing, like just a bear or anything else in the woods. But a lot of commenters said, though I appreciate Bob's take on that, he will get to the woo-woo side or the spiritual side. And I was like, I am not. And I'm like halfway there already. But I don't think that I don't think that the spiritualism can be separated from anything.
How so? What do you mean by that?
I mean, I think we're spiritual beings, and I think that we're interacting with, like, kind of like the Force from Star Wars. Like I believe reality is permeable to an extent. Yeah, I mean the things that we see with our eyes and feel that we touch, there's more than that.
It's a fraction.
Right.
It's a fraction of what's going on. I think so too. I think I think that's probably the source of whatever psychic phenomenon that is real. That's not bullshit and just a bunch of hucksters robbing people. I think there's some sort of telepathic connection that people share occasionally. And I think it's an emerging aspect of human consciousness that will probably one day be as normal as hearing. I think we're just emerging from the primal. And I think also in the primal they probably have it. They probably have it in a different way. Like animals are tuned in a very bizarre way. They just know things sometimes. And you don't know why they know things because you're not even saying. Like my dog sometimes knows when we're going to go for a run.
Right.
He just knows it.
I've always been fascinated by how so many animals seem to innately know that we can help them.
Yes.
And they shouldn't think that.
Right.
You know, historically, we are not the helper of animals.
Right.
And be it dolphins or seals or whatever.
Or deer even.
Deer, yeah. They're just like, I'm hurt, help. And it's like, shouldn't they be afraid of the predator?
Deer have tried to contact people to get one of their friends free from barbed wire.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something weird. There's something weird going on that is not just as simple as we're the dominant species, we have language, we figured out consciousness, we write books. No, I think there's another thing that we just don't, it's not there yet. You know, it's just like the original cavemen had some grunts, and those grunts became words, and now those words become huge libraries filled with books that people have written. And I think that's what's going on with human consciousness. And I think there's just got to be some reason why this Bigfoot thing has been going on for so goddamn long. I think it's an interdimensional existence. I think whatever that thing is, I think it comes back and forth. And that's why I don't find anything.
Yeah. I mean, that's, as I said, I'm getting there.
You're getting there.
Getting there.
Yeah.
I mean, because as I said earlier, like, to me, the flesh and blood ape hypothesis is not as impractical as everyone says.
Well, it used to be a real thing for sure. The problem is the size of it. You know, you can't really hide a 10-foot gorilla.
Why?
Why? Because too many trail cams, too many campers, hikers, hunters especially.
Well, it's not like people don't see it. People see it all the time.
Hunters don't see them. No, but my friends, I have a lot of friends that are like long-range backpack hunters. These guys will go 26, 27 miles into the forest with no access roads. They just hike out.
But do hunters not see them, or do hunters not say they saw it?
No, I don't know anybody who's seen them.
No?
They'll tell you all kinds of other wild shit, but they would tell you if they saw it. None of them believe that I know, but they are wary about animals. You know, there's real threats out there. There's grizzlies, there's wolves, there's mountain lions. Those are the things they're really worried about, and those are the things that they see. And I've had friends that have had encounters with them, and even those encounters seem in some sort of weird way spiritual. Like there's a weird connection with these predators and prey, I think opens up a part of us that we don't ever experience. You don't ever experience a thing that wants to eat you.